What kind good people, it's your boy Captain and welcome to another video on Sales Made Simple. Today we're talking about how to deal with angry customers, so let's get straight into it.
Friday.
In the call center industry, regardless of whether you're working in an inbound or outbound environment, whether you're working in sales or customer service or anywhere, you are going to get angry customers. When that person picks up the phone and calls you in and is angry, or when you call that customer and he or she is angry because you are disturbing their UEFA Champions League match or the latest episode of Housewives of Atlanta, you best believe that you're going to get some pushback when it comes to speaking to those customers. First of all, we need to understand, why do customers get angry? What ticks them off in the first place? When you understand that, you'll have a better idea of how to then handle that. One of the best ways of understanding what makes a customer angry is to listen to them, and they will gladly tell you what frustrated them in the first place. Most of the time, customers are calling into the incorrect department to complain about the actual department that they were trying to get through to. Here's an example. A customer was sent an SMS or an email that they have missed a payment and they need to make a payment, or else their policy or their insurance or their internet or their cell phone contract or whatever it is going to cancel. The customer may have been frustrated with the initial text or email, and now they're getting more irate because they have to wait 20 to 25 to 30 minutes on the line just to get to speak to somebody. In some cases, when they get to speak to somebody, that person doesn't even know how to assist that particular customer, passes the customer from point A to point B, and so on. The customer is using up their minutes or airtime or whatever the case is, taking up their time or doing what they should have been doing during the course of the day to sit and not even get the assistance that they require. Sales department is always willing to take your call. We're always ready to assist customers, and we always have that bubbly, energetic tone. So when a customer calls in, they hear that tone, and that's when they're going to be feeding all the frustration out on the salesperson. So that is generally how we end up with irate customers. There may be many other different reasons, but that's just one of the most common ones that I wanted to get you guys to understand. The first thing you want to do in an instance like that is you want to be able to let the customer speak. Let them vent. Now, I want to also tell you one of the mistakes that agents make, or sometimes managers make, when they are dealing with angry customers. Number one thing that you should not do is do not speak over the customer. In any argument, if you want this person to listen to you and you want to listen to that person, you either have to let that person speak, or that person has to either let you speak. Speaking over each other only escalates the problem. Now, in the call center world, we all know that the customer is always right. That being said, we have to let this customer speak. If the customer was in the wrong, we have to appreciate that this customer is always right, and we have to try to then listen to this customer and let them get out whatever it is that they want to get out. Once the customer is done speaking, you then have to relay back to the customer what it was that they said. This will let the customer know that you are listening and that you understood what the customer's complaints or area of unhappiness was. So for example, the customer will complain about something that they're not happy about, the services, the fact that they have to be on the line for so long and get through to someone. How come is it that whenever I go to the sales department, I always get through, but in our customer service department, I never ever get through to you guys, and so on. You have to let the customer speak, let the customer vent. You can, however, say little words in between sentences to make the customer know that you are still there and you are paying attention. For example, you say, okay, yes, understand. Just those things to get the customer to know that you that you are still on the line and you're not speaking to themselves, and that you're actually listening and paying attention to what they're saying. When they're done speaking, you then go back and say, so just to confirm, Mr. or Mrs. Smith, you said that you have been trying to do such and such, and this was the experience that you were having. Perfect. How can I help you today, Mr. or Mrs. Smith? Now you've got the customer to be at ease. Now you've got the customer to understand that you are there to help. Even though the customer had called through to the incorrect department and you may not be able or in a position to help that customer with what they actually require because it is not in your skill set. That's why it is so important to listen to what the customer is saying and give them the full attention during that time, so that you won't step on the customer's toes again or put your foot on a landmine, so to speak, when it is your turn to obviously try to assist this customer. That being said, what you should do in that instance is say, like I mentioned to you, okay, so you're going to repeat what the customer said as best you can, and then you will say, how can I help you, or how can I be of assistance today? The customer will actually tell you what it is that they actually would like you to do. At that point, you can say, I appreciate you giving us a call today. However, you have called through to the sales department at this time. Now, I'm not going to put you back to where you've come from because of what you've just explained to me, but how I will help you today is I will either go on the line myself and get through to somebody, and I will call you back when I have that person on the line so that you can directly speak to them, so that you don't have to wait on the line. Or if that's not possible, I will then send a mail to that particular department to give you a call during the course of today. Now, what I'm talking to you about today is not only gonna help you in situations of customers calling for incorrect departments. You could get a situation where the customer is angry with you because of something that you've done or said on that particular call. In that case, you do not match that customer's anger levels. You always try to stay calm. Whether you believe that you've done the right thing in that situation or not, you always stay calm and you always apologize to the customer and bring the customer back down by doing exactly the steps that I've told you in the beginning, which is letting the customer speak, listening. And sometimes as human beings, we always have this want or need to put our points across. At that point, you got to think about what's more important to you. Is getting your points across to this particular customer in anger important to you, or is it more important to close off that customer with the sale by making sure that that customer is leaving happier? That's a choice that you're going to have to make, and obviously as a salesperson, you're going to want to go with option 2 because you know you're going to be getting a happy customer, and you're going to feel better that obviously this customer came in a bit irate to you, or something that you said made the customer irate, but you managed to turn it around and you managed to leave that customer happier than they were when they first started, or during the course of the call when they started talking to you, and you also got a sale out of it. So always remember, customer is always right, even if they are not. You as a salesperson must always be available and ready to want to listen and assist and help every single customer that you speak to, because if a person is taking out their money to buy your services or your product, then you should be able to give the best customer service to that customer, whether you're a sales agent or not. A lot of people get confused or with the misconception that I'm a sales agent, I'm not a customer service agent. Everybody is a customer service agent that speaks to customers. Your job is still to service that particular customer, because that particular customer is paying your salary. So always remember to listen to your customer, relay the message back to the customer, what you understood that they had said. When they confirm that is correct, it will give them a bit more peace of mind that you actually listened to what they were saying, and you will get a calmer customer during the course of that call. That is it for today. This is a very short video, and hopefully it has helped a lot of you today in understanding how to assist angry customers. and I would like to share some more videos with you guys, so please hit the like button, please hit the share button on your social platforms as well. Let's grow this channel. I want to get this video here to 100 likes, so let's get the sharing, let's get the likes up, and then I'll post more content on my channel that will be able to assist you. Thanks once again for tuning into this video, and see you next time on another episode of Sales Made Simple. Say it with me now. Peace, love, joy like a river, mountain, fountain. I'm out.